What we do here is go back.
Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Damon Akposio. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I'm here with Sid Vanderpool from SydFIT, goes by Sid the Jewel, and we're going to be going through, I'm going to show you the SydFIT location, and we're going to talk to the man himself about what they do here and his position with the OBA. So we're here with Sid the Jewel Vanderpool. And so can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your beginning in boxing?
Awesome. Well, thanks, Damien, for taking the time to this interview. Yeah, I mean, my beginning in boxing, I was 6.5 years old when I had my first fight. I had 4 older brothers, most notable being Fitzdewitt Vanderpool. And yeah, I had 4 older brothers, and they were boxing. And at that time, my dad was our coach. And we were at an event, and I was in the back with my brothers, and the promoter, Vince Bagnetto, the late Vince Bagnetto at the time, came back and he's like, I don't have enough fighters. You know, does anybody have anyone here that can fight? And my dad looked at me, and he goes, he'll fight. And then I looked up at him, I'm like, I will. And yeah, and so, you know, I put on my brother's trunks, and they like hung down to like my ankles, and I put the gloves on, I got in the ring. And I got in the ring, I remember I looked up, I looked across the ring, and there was a boy, much taller than me. He was 9 years old. And I was like, okay, I'm here now. So I went in there and I just started swinging away and won my first fight at 6.5 years old. And at that time, my dad figured, I guess, yeah, he's ready to box. And so I started boxing at that time. And, you know, I went on to box for the national amateur team, represented Canada all over the world, you know, Finland, Puerto Rico, Bahamas. Did very well as an amateur boxer, and then I turned pro at 19 years old, and I went to Brockton, Massachusetts to train with my idol at the time was Marvelous Marvin Hagler, so I went to train with the Petronelli brothers, Goody, and I was there for a few years. From there I went to Erie, Pennsylvania, trained with John Davenport, and you know, hooked up with Stan Hoffman later on, and ended up you know, going to New York for a bit. And you know, I fought for 2 world titles, fought Bernard Hopkins and Jeff Lacey, fought Caesar's Palace, you know, promoted by Don King. Had a 13-year professional career, you know, was ranked #1 in the world.
You've got a successful gym running here in Kitchener. It's very organized in terms of the number of classes that you run, and also you have a position with the OBA. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this 2017 is our 10th year in business. We're doing well, and we're happy about the growth of our program and the systems that we've developed over the years. And like for instance, our competitive team, we have different levels. We have our development team, our prospects team, we have a competitive team, we have our fight team. So there's different levels along the way where people can get into a program, and it doesn't mean they have to be, trying to be a pro. They can still get in and be competitive at a different level. So
they can come here just for fitness, or they can fight as an amateur, they can fight as a pro?
You got it.
And you've got guys in all those levels?
We've got guys and girls in all those levels. And so now my position with the Ontario Boxing and WBC Canada as Director of Coaching allows me to help other coaches now develop as coaches and mentors and really provide the best for our boxers, because that's the goal, is to develop good coaches, because with good coaches you have good boxers.
I just took part in the coaching course today. It was phenomenal. February 5th, it was a full day. And is this something that's kind of required by every coach to have?
Yeah, so all of our coaches are required to take or to have 3 components. There's a technical component, which is specific to boxing. Then there's the theory component, which is it's really all sports need to do this, and we take it through the NCCP. It teaches making ethical decisions, nutrition, mental training. So that's one of our components for the theory. And then there's the practical, which is being in the gym. For us, it's a requirement of 400 hours. So when you have all those 3 components, you are a certified level 1 coach, and you can get in the ring and you can corner people, as the head instructor.
How do they check the hours that you're putting in for the time? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I phrased that properly. How are you able to check in terms of making sure that somebody gets their 400 hours?
Right. So you have to be at a gym with at least a level 1 coach, and you have to record the hours that you're there. So here at SydFIT, we have coaches that come from other facilities, and they'll put in time here in the gym, learning how to coach. And at first when you hear 400 hours, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of time. But when you understand that coach that is being mentored one day will be in the ring responsible for the health and safety of another individual, you realize that 400 hours is not really a lot. Like, it's required, because there is a big weight, a big responsibility on that coach to, first off, safety of the athlete. Second is, taking an athlete to a win. But we take that very seriously, and OB has a great record for providing safety in the sport of boxing.
So I just want to thank Sid Vanderpool for taking the time to explain a little bit about the OBA and explain a bit about himself. Kitchener is a wonderful place, an excellent area, and it's not a far drive. If you have to get on the 401, if you want to get out here, if you're not from the Kitchener area, but you want to train in a gym and you want to be mentored under someone in an organization that really has a grasp of boxing. So if you're looking at becoming a coach, contact Sid. If you're interested in checking out a gym in the Kitchener area, contact Sid as well. Thank you so much for the time. Remember, if you got any questions related to boxing, you can send us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO, through email akposio@hotmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe through YouTube at Damon Akposio to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you in the next one.